I am now the unmuted poop channel. Hello. How is everybody? Let me make sure I am echoing too. All right. Hello. So, lots going on. I'm the poop channel. Did you know? Susan released it. She's the poop channel. I'm the poop channel. Poop channel is a big conglomerate. We all go in. It's like a timeshare of poop. We're all the poop channel. So sorry to burst your bubble of crap, Purple, but we're all the poop channel. So anyway, hello and happy Wednesday. Today is a very weird day. It seems like a very blah day. I don't know why, but it just seems like a really strange day for some reason. Like maybe it's because it's sunny and it's been very not sunny for a while, and I've been holed up at home in a snowstorm, which the last time that's happened was never. So things are really strange. I feel a little off kilter. So we'll try and make the stream on kilter. So, hello. I know Susan was live, so I try not to. It's her fault. It's her fault. I'm always here, same bat time, same bat channel. So it's her fault. But like I said, today is a strange day. Murdoch closing arguments are wrapping up. I know. Strange day. I think I might be one of the few people who I don't I don't know if I want him to be not. I'm like weird. I'm weird. I think it's gonna be a hung jury. I think it's gonna be a hung jury. But I hear if it's a hung jury, then they can retry you at any time, which that would be strange. But I also heard that the amount of time for the financial crimes is the same amount of time as he would get for the murders. So I don't know. That's weird. Everything's weird. I'm the poop channel, which is weird. But hi, Salika, I know you're a new member. You got gifted a membership last time. And I need to do a proper members video for all the new members because I didn't get a chance to last week because if any of you heard, we got this huge snowstorm, which literally never happens here. I live in Northern California. I do live at 2,000 feet. We get a dusting maybe twice a year. We don't get like 18 inches of snow that lasts for days and day. I will show you pictures, but it's crazy. But anyway, had a lot of new members from last week till now. I haven't done a proper members video. I didn't have power for like 4 days. It was just crazy, which, I heard a certain somebody complaining. I don't know why everybody doesn't give me slack when I don't feel good. Well, no one gave me slack when I didn't have internet for 4 days. I mean, the hypocrisy in people's heads. Some people think that everything bad really does happen to them and that no one ever cuts them slack, but they don't realize they're cut more slack than anybody else. Strange things abound at the Circle K. Anyone know where that great quote is from? If you know where that great quote is from, I will give you a hug from Sam. Anyone know where that's from? Great things abound at the Circle K, or very close to that. Anyone know where that's from? Hey, Heather, I haven't seen you in a while. See, there I go with my random hellos for absolutely. Let me get the real chat up. See, today's a weird day. I don't feel like I'm properly set up. I think my husband just cooked some food because I smell like something has been toasted. It smells very good, whatever it is. All right. Did you toast something? Blew your nose. There we go. Let me pop out the real chat. Smells like somebody toasted something. It smells very good. Whatever it is. All right. So let me know if I am echoing. I'm just popping out the real chat so I can use that because I can't see anything with. Come on, pop yourself out. Pop yourself out. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, so let me go back to StreamYard so I can see. Did anyone know strange things abound at the Circle K? Did anybody get it? Did anybody get it? Did I lose my StreamYard? Did I lose my StreamYard? I'm just losing my. There's my StreamYard. Anyone get it? Hey, Mr. Pork, anyone get it? You've never heard of it before. Hey, honey, honey. Strange things abound from the Circle K. What movie is that quote from?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Nobody got it. Nobody got it.
Let's have a younger audience.
He said, I must have a younger audience. Don't y'all feel good? I must have a younger audience. Don't y'all feel good? Bill and Ted, see, Heather got it after I already said it. What? Here's a good song. I don't know if you guys can hear it. And I'll be with you all through the night. Got me some Cyndi Lauper going. All right, so this stream today. Now I'll be a little quieter, please. So apparently we have some people who every once in a while comes out. Somebody wants to be a victims advocate channel. They want to advocate for the victims. And I believe I said this before, strangely coincidentally enough, to the last person who kind of wanted to be a victims advocate channel. I believe I yelled at them, victims advocate, except for me. I think I yelled that at them because they came at me after that. And coincidentally, they don't have a channel anymore. They're one of two people who came at me who don't have a channel anymore. Interesting things happen to people who come at me. Oftentimes. Just saying. Oftentimes bad things happen. Don't know why. But anyway, I'm coming out today with your big reveal. Jassy Bennett, are you the poop channel? Is that your big reveal? Because I already came out that I'm the poop channel. Although people have been saying that I've been the poop channel for a long time. I do owe you a big hug. I owe you a big Sam hug, which anyone who's in the Discord, if you saw the new Sam pictures, a lot of people, I know I'm going all off track. I promise I will get back on track with what I'm here to talk about, which is this whole victims advocate. If you saw a lot of things happen just as I lost internet. So I tried really hard to keep up. Having no internet, I did a pretty good job, I think. But we're going to talk about all that because there's some big boo-hoo hum shit. And I'd really like to get back to the comedy part of my channel and get like I have this list. I have all these like pieces of paper that I'll like write down pieces of paper and stuff. And I have books. I have like these books. These are my little sketchbooks that I have written down when I will get ideas about, things to write down, skits. I have so many ideas for so many skits and satires and stuff. I have so much stuff to do, but I get embroiled in this crap that, I do not say a lot about a lot, but some things need to be said. Certain things need to be put to bed. And I realized that something that happened over last week and this weekend really was bigger than I thought it was and really does need to be talked about. So I will be talking about that. So just hold your horses and your ponies and your goats and your chickens. I will get to that. You'll need to wait, but as I go off on a few tangents. But yes. No, Heather, I'm the poop channel. If anyone's noticed, I've been saying the poop channel is a he this whole time too, because as I've said, because for some reason poop is just male to me. I don't know why feces just is male to me, but I've always called the poop channel he. I've always said the poop channel he, but I don't know. No one's ever going to believe who the real poop channel is. Well, it's because I am the real poop channel. The poop channel wears a 38 bra. She said so. Well, I'm not a 38. I could wear one and tighten it a lot, but that's not the important. Do you know actually you could be like a 38C, but be a 34D. Like you can actually, I read that somewhere that like if you're like a 34D, you could also be like a 38A or something really weird. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about process. Big booby poo. Big booby poo. The poo and the boo don't go because guys are either poo or I don't even know how those two go together. It's like the book of the boy Bible. Well, I think the reality is there's a little poo in all of us. There's so many jokes I could put out with the poo, but there's a little poo in all of us. And, each one of us has a little poo inside of us. See where I'm going with all this? But it's true though. The poo really is a big conglomerate. It's like a timeshare. We all I got the poo on Monday. No, I want poo on Fridays. No, I'm not quite ready for the poo. I can only do the poo when I'm home. So I won't be home till Tuesday. So I got poo on Tuesday. So, we're all a little bit of the poo. Eliza, you got one for the circle jokes. It's all come out. We're all poo. I'm poo. Sue's poo. We're all poo. I'm a poo. You're a poo. Everyone's a poo poo. I have a cat named Poo Poo. Stop it, silly woman. You're precious. You may have more clips of Purple Knights, Phoenix, whatever, Mean Girl, whatever, by Felicia, than the history of man. But you are not the Poo Channel. I am the Poo Channel. I am the Poo Channel. It's the circumference. Well, exactly. So the cup size can change because when I was pregnant, I went up to I was like a 36 double H for holy hell. Those are some boobies. Remember when I was pregnant? Yep. I was a double H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Which, if you are that, you have to go to the like really ugly boob store. Like there are no cute bras when you and why not? Just because they're bigger than like a freaking goat's head or a certain llama's forehead doesn't mean it can't be a cute bra, right? I mean, but they were all like, and I was like, just because they're big doesn't mean that they don't have to be cute. But I guess if they're that big, you don't exactly want, But I was like, why not? A little spillage when you're that big might be a little sexy to some people. I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Pork, you're a member right now, aren't you, too? Because I don't know why I can't pronounce this. Salika. I don't know. I want to say Celicia, but there's no I. It's just Celica. Like Tom Celica, right? You get that? Anyway, those were some bodacious tatas. Ha ha! They were really, I mean, they could have fed a mountain of llamas with big foreheads. I'll teach you a new word. Here's the new word for today is five head. Five head. This is the new word for today. Five head. And what it means is it's a really large forehead because you have a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you can fit this whole area, between here and this, if all that is just your forehead, you're a 5 head, which means you have a really large forehead. Because for me, I mean, my forehead's only this tiny part in there. But if your forehead is really that whole thing, you can call yourself a 5 head. For some reason, the bigger you get, all of a sudden, like flowers and vertical stripes on your clothes. I always like black. I just like black. Just black for me. Tara said her favorite color is black. Like I like all black, but not as my favorite color. That's my favorite color to wear. I don't know why. I just always like black. I don't know. For some reason it's supposed to make you look like tinier, but I don't know. Anyway, so let me look at chat. So hello everybody. I'm sorry, my neck hurts. It's been tight all day. I'm gonna do some weird body movements while I'm on my stream. It's a weird day today. I don't know why. It's like a weird day. It feels like when you go to school and there's no school that day, so nobody's really there. That's what it feels like. It feels like nobody's here. Like it's weird, like everywhere. Like not just here, YouTube, like when I went outside, it just feels like there are no animals and birds around. Like it's just weird. Today's just a strange day. Hey, Colin. Hey, Colin. Isn't that mostly spelled with two L's? Like Collin? I mostly say it with two L's. Flathead 6. Yeah, no, it's actually 5 head, and it's supposed to mean all 5 fingers in this 5 head. I like to wear black and gray. My son likes to wear black and gray as well. Well, that's just a flathead. That's just a flathead screwdriver. Um, Jenna likes to match her clothes with her soul. I'll just leave that at that. Like her soul or her heart or the blackheads on her face. We'll just leave it at that. I call that earthquake weather. Bless you. I like earth. If we had an earthquake right now, my God, if we had an earthquake and a fire, we just like the whole world flooded. So we got snow. So when I first bought this house in 2006, it was before, like, the last 10 years, it's just been drought. We've just been in a drought. But we used to get snow. And I'm at 2,000 feet. So when they say snow to lower limits, usually that's 2,000 feet. And so we would get maybe an inch or two, like a dusting, enough that you could make like a snowball and throw it. But it was, if it snowed at night, it was gone by the morning. If it snowed in the late afternoon, it was, gone by the time you went to bed. It was just a dusting. It was no big deal. But we got snow. And I mean snow. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can set. They're on my phone. I can probably send them to here. I want to show, but we literally got, I mean, the amount of my kids went sledding because we just went to Tahoe, right? So we had a bin in the garage with all of our, the snow pants and the jackets and all the stuff because, they don't even wear like winter clothes to school. My son still wears shorts. I know he's one of those. You know how you always know one of those who, no matter how cold it is, they're still in shorts. Like from here up, they got a jacket on and a hat or whatever. But from here down, they're like in shorts and just, tennis shoes, like basketball shoes, whatever. He's one of those. So like he's still wearing shorts, but he actually bundled up. But so they're out there literally sledding on like the back 40, like literally with their sleds. I mean, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. But let me find, and so they're sledding. That's interesting. But the bad thing is if you if you never really, really thought there was natural selection, I'll tell you how you know it's true. Because the trees out here aren't accustomed to snow on them. So they're not like Tahoe trees where they can hold it. So they're all freaking breaking. Like, I can't tell you how many broken trees. Like, my house, we had a shelter in place because you couldn't go anywhere because the risk of a tree breaking. I mean, literally, there were 2 trees on the road down, to the bottom of the hill. Like, so I couldn't have left. There was one like right outside my house. Couldn't have left. I don't know how many are around the property. I mean, there were just trees. Like, and that's why we lost power Thursday. We weren't supposed to get it back till Monday by 9 p.m. Thank God it came back Sunday afternoon. But because there were just trees down, which took lines down everywhere. So, I mean, it was just crazy. And I have like this manzanita, it's like manzanita olive tree garden area. All these poor, because they're not used to it. They can't handle it. So there were just trees down everywhere. And I have to show you some of it. Hey, girly girl, Erin. I mean, it was beautiful, but I mean, so Thursday it started and it just kept going and going. And then we lost power. And then the kids didn't have school, which I mean, I told them Thursday night, I was like, even if you have school, you're not having school. Which, I mean, who can send their kids? I mean, it's a once in a lifetime snowstorm, and you're going to be that asshole of a mom who makes your kid go to school. I mean, it was so cute. On Thursday, my son actually, it started snowing. And so I guess, the teachers were like, oh, go to the window and look at the snow. My son, he's 12, he actually texted me a picture of the snow. Isn't that the sweetest thing that he thought enough of his mom to, he has his phone, he took a picture of the snow and texted it to his mom. Like, that's a loving little boy. But let me see if I have any pictures on here and I'll show you. If not, I'll get them. So we had the snow. So I did my live on Wednesday, right? That was great. That was fun. And then Thursday, I think, like, as usual, I think shit was going down on Thursday. I think that was the night I really got called out as being freaking crazy, crazy, crazy dumb stuff. But then the power goes out Thursday night. Okay, let me see what I have this on to sort with. So then the power goes out, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And we have both cable and DSL. So because when the cable goes out, you have nothing. No matter what, whatever. For some reason, you have nothing. When the power's out, and so if you have cable, like there are lots of people who I'll put it back, have cable for their phones, for their TV, for their internet. Like they're screwed. They got nothing. They got nothing and nothing. So that's why I keep the DSL. So at least I have internet. But for some reason, I couldn't get it working. Nope, I don't have any of the snow stuff over here. All right, so I'm going to have to send it over. All right. So I'll send it over. But it was crazy. I took some videos too. I'll have to send those over. I mean, the amount of snow, it was impressive for anywhere that you would have went to, but it was really especially impressive to be, oh, I do have some stuff on here. All right, so this was, let's see, this was the first, okay, here, this was the first night. All right, I do have some stuff on here. So, and was there anyone else? I know some of you are Northern California, but I don't think there was anyone close enough to me to get really, really crazy stuff. But it precluded me, Jenna likes, oh, that was an old one. But it precluded me from really, like, I missed out on a lot of the mayhem because I didn't have power. And so I had to end up using my phone as a hotspot. So, and nobody took it easy on me just because I didn't have internet, because I saw some people like complaining, like, hey, Debbie says, what? What's the bingo? What's the bingo? Because I've literally been like, all right, let me find you a picture. So I do have some pictures here. Don't know. Oh, and poor Sam. Everybody asked about poor Sam. You're at 406 feet. Yeah, it was funny. A lot of my son's friends, are like, if you're at the town. So like there's a town where I live, but I got like an itch. Sorry, I got like an itch right there. So there's the main town, and then I live like in like a farmish town, which is a little bit higher than like the main town. The main town had like nothing but rain. So we have our friend staying here. He was so bitter because he's been here for like a week. And then the one night he goes home, he's like, it's raining. And I'm like, you don't understand how beautiful it is here. And he's like, but even here, the people who were just at the, because it's like less than a quarter mile, but 800 feet up, still like just a little bit. They were so bitter. Wheat and Shaw, I saw you on Nessie's. How are you? I met you. Hold on. I have like an itch. Like there's like a hair. There must be like a hair, right? Have you ever had that? I do collect rocks and love to swim. That is so random to say. I hope somebody asked you that question, because if you just randomly said that, that would be incredibly strange.
Get the boys and go grow up.
Okay. Bye. See you in a little bit. All right. Thank you for all being nice to me. Oh, I had you at Poop Channel. So yes. So for anyone who's new and is wondering why we are all saying we're the Poop Channel. So there's this channel called the Poop Channel. And they kind of like call people out. They're a clip channel, but they don't really just, bless you, do clips. They just more call people out on their bullshit. And sometimes they do get a little mean and go a little bit overboard, but sometimes people deserve that. So everybody wants to know who they are. All the people who are butthurt want to know who they are. And no one's been able to figure it out. And people like me, like, I don't want to know. Well, I know who they are. I know they're me. But people who don't know who they are don't want to know who they are, because part of the fun is not knowing who they are. But the people who they call out really want to know who they are. So lately they'll get it fixed in their head that they're a certain person, and then they'll just like go crazy. So they were going after this one girl and her husband, just like totally mean. So finally we're all like, screw you. And Susan the Brave, I'm going to call her Susan the Brave from now on, she oystered herself first, and she's like, I'm the Poop Channel. Come at me, bro. Like there, now you got me. And I was like, Susan, back it up, girl. I'm the poop channel. Like, watch yourself there, girlfriend. Back that thing up. And then now everyone's, because there's a little poo in all of us. There's a little poo in all of us. So, we're all the poop channel. We're all the poop channel. We all have a little poo in us. So anyway, I went on Nessie's the other night and I met a whole bunch of nice new people. And so usually, for the new people, I do comedy. That's how I started. I do like satire and parodies, and I do little like short videos. But then I also do live streams where I talk about all the bullshit. So, and I have like all this planned of satire and parody and comedy to do. But Katie, are you the poop channel? Poop, there it is. She said poop, there it is. There it is. I got some Hershey squirts. Anybody out there who has not taken a Hershey's Kiss and thrown it in a pool at some time point. If you have never thrown a Hershey's Kiss in a pool at some time point, you are a moron. Just saying. If you have never thrown a Tootsie Roll, you have to also have done the Tootsie Roll. I remember when the first apartment I lived in Palo Alto, I lived in Palo Alto, California. First apartment I ever lived in California, and I threw a Tootsie Roll in the pool there. It was an apartment, and for some reason my husband had no sense of humor and got super mad at me. I was like 24. I was like, chill out, bro. But anyway, I'll show you some of the snow. So I live in Northern California. It does not snow here. This is probably as much snow as has happened in the last 50 years all combined. So let me do share screen. Oh, and by the way, I saw Erin, because that's how I started this whole conversation. She got me in trouble last time because she called someone a llama. Because, God forbid, someone over here makes a comment. It's like the worst thing in the world. Okay, Opera tab. Oh, no, it's not an Opera tab. I want to do the application window. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I got to pull it up first. Okay. Yippers. Oh, here it comes. Baby. Ready? Oh, there. Oh my gosh. So this is what happened on Thursday. This actually would be Friday morning. So Thursday night it started to snow. And this would be Friday morning. And yeah, this is the back deck of my house. And you can see right here, if you can, that is a broken tree, big oak. I mean, but it's just like all of this. A lot of these are broken. Let's see. That looks a little blurry. But you usually can't see a lot of this area because there are trees here covering this. I may have to start a GoFundMe page so I can come up with a shipping cost to send you and Nessie a couple bag of Tootsies and Kisses. Thanks, Kimmy. Kimmy sent a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. It does look a little bit like Maine, doesn't it? Yeah, and it's not. It's California. This doesn't happen here, like ever. Let's see. A lot of the good pictures on my phone. So this is straight off my deck. So this is straight by and south is this way. South is this way. So this is the front of my house. This would be more my front yard. So this is my oak. And I was really afraid because this oak has been here for this is my oak. I love my oak. So this is my oak. And I was so afraid that something would hurt my oak. But so this is the front of my house. So like you just like, and this isn't the full amount. This is not the full amount. I mean, this is just like, this was crazy. Well, we got a lot of cleanup to do because let me see if the one of my roses is around. I mean, look at you don't see this. Like you don't see this. So this is the front. I think this might be when it started. So, um, that's the front. I don't think I have the good ones on here. I'll get more of the. Oh, that's a good sunset. Yeah, I can see my oak. So I'll find the good ones. Oh, you know what I was gonna wear? Let's see. This is a video. Oh, this is. Oh, this I was gonna do. I don't think you can hear it. Oh, that's all around. So that's around the backside. So you can see like, and this is yesterday. So this is most of the snow is getting gone at this point. But go away, all you pop-up things. Go away. Pop-up things, go away. Go away. Do you see this? Go away. All right, go. I hate when that happens. There's a sunset. Bug, thank you, Bug. Look at all these pop-ups. Bug, thank you. That will go to my cleanup fund because you don't even want to know how many trees are down in my property. But look, there's a sunset. So that is south facing. So that's south facing property. But isn't that beautiful? And that when I first bought this house, my first thought was this would be a great Tahoe house because I have these big windows in the back, which is great for sunsets or snow if we ever got snow. And now we have snow. But let me find some good pictures from my phone, which will be better. But thank you, Kimmy, and thank you, Katie Bug. I appreciate it because I got a lot of stuff to do. Um, I still haven't talked about what I was going to talk about. I'm just looking through here in case I missed anybody talking about anything. Yeah, my weather is PMSing. And it snowed yesterday as well. So yesterday, see, I'm kind of confused on the whole date time as well. Because when you lose power and when you live, if anybody's ever lived on a mountain, there's not street lights, so there's not a lot of light to begin with, to so when the power goes off and the houses don't have power, it's black, and I mean black, because you don't have residual light from just street lights or the gas station, like there's nothing, so it is just black. So when the power went out Thursday night, I mean it was dark. I mean, you can't, that's how I broke my nose. It's like when it gets black, it's just black, blacker than you could ever see. So it was crazy. So I kind of lost track of what day it was because, it's already dark anyway because it's a storm. So even in the light times of day, it's kind of dark. So you kind of lose like what's morning, what's night, and things go really slow when you don't have TVs or computers on and you're just hanging out. The day goes much slower. Am I mad at you? Why would I be mad at you? Heck no. No, 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 I'm not mad at you. I was just making fun of you because you got me in trouble for calling someone a llama head, which you didn't at all. I'm just joking about that. But anyway, so Thursday night it started to snow, and then like around 4, 5 p.m. And then we lost power at like 10, 11 p.m., something like that. And here I will tell you two tricks, the greatest things ever for if you lose power is the candles that are on timers. Those are amazing to have. If you have those candles with timers, those are great. Those were amazing because then we can. The other thing that is great is if you've ever seen these little lights. I'll grab one that I'm sure I'll have to pee at some point, but they're like little circles. They're like this big, but they're motion censored. And I would have one in like walkways, like at the end of the kitchen, different places like that. Because I would be like, for example, walking into the kitchen and I'd have some stuff in my hands and you forget that normally you walk into a kitchen and there's lights in there, that there's not going to be lights and you got stuff in your hands. But you turn the corner and there's this motion sensor that suddenly there's like some light. So I had different, ones at different places. So, when you came into a room, suddenly the motion sensor went off. So those were the two things that really made it much easier to be without power was the motion sensor light thingamajiggies, and then just the, so at 5 p.m. every night, all these candles all over just turn on and they're electric. You don't have to worry about them. But anyway, so when we lose power, we have no water because we have no water. This time we had no internet for some reason, which we should, and obviously no electricity or heat, but we have You know, I've had my 2-year, 3-year actually solar fuck story. I should have solar, but we are getting a battery backup. It'll be here in 4 weeks. And then at some point soon, I'm getting a whole house, you know, just generator. But man, why would I be mad at you, Aaron, you silly little thing? No, but I did get called out because I'm always like, I don't body shame because I don't body shame. I don't. I never say dumb stuff. But then it was like, oh, that person called me a llama. And I was like, well, that technically, I guess, is a little bit like on the scale of everything and nothing. But still, I was like, yeah, you kind of got called out, which it's like, on the scale of what I've had to go through, which is kind of part of what. But see, oil lamps, though, see, then that's fire. Actually, I had a candle. Some jackass friend of my husband's was like, I'm going to start a candle making business, right? It's California. And they lived in like Bonnie Doon, kind of a hippie. I'm gonna make candles. I'm like in the hippie part of California. Makes so whatever they use for their little like wax stuff caught on fire. So we had a lights went out one time, and I have this nice candle that this person made us, and I had it in my kitchen, right? And it's in my kitchen, like in the middle of the two sinks or whatever. And I have it lit, and all it's my son's like, Mom, there's a fire. And I look, and this thing had started to light the windows. In between the windows, there's like the middle part, which is like wood. You know, they're double pane windows, but there's like that middle started to cat. And it was because the whatever stuff had gotten hot and melted, because this was a homemade freaking whatever he didn't do a very good job. So the whole it got liquidy, you know, and then it but luckily it was at the sink, so I could just bapped it into the sink. And I want to buy a hand pump for my well to have just in case. Well, um, what we've been doing is usually we just take pool water, like for anything that doesn't involve. So we just like when we lost power for the fires a few years ago that we didn't evacuate and we didn't have power for over 2 weeks, we would take pool water for like washing dishes and stuff like that. But that and then we would use well water. My husband, I guess, had something to take the well water out, but and then we had plenty of water. But we during the fires when we didn't evacuate, we actually fed the firefighters who were up here. Yeah, I don't know what he made, but they were not good Yeah, it basically blew up. Basically, the liquid stuff caught on fire and made a fire. So I had candles burning because there was no power because of a fire. So I'm using candles because of a fire, and it almost created another fire. Jack. I was like, what an idiot. But anyway, yeah, so we fed the fire because there were all these volunteer firefighters who were up here, and so people would bring us, they would bring us because you could only allow like I forget what they called them, but you know, whatever. People who were like volunteer, whatever peoples, and they had like a little bit. So they would come up and bring us, you know, supplies because we would every day. That's basically how we spent our day. We would cook for like 40 people because you know we had our generator, so we could have our, you know. So one day we made like tacos for like 40 people, and you know, and I'm there making, you know, me, I'm like I'm making little bags, you know, and I had like my one son write like utensils, and I little so each person got like a little bag of utensils. I'm one of those. I love parties and I love like being the hostess. So it's like here's your little bag that says utensils. I'm one of those. Like here's your little name card. I love having parties. I get all like that. But yeah, yeah, 2 weeks without power. 2 weeks without power. So in the beginning, the boys, they would just jump in the pool. And that was their shower. They would just jump in the pool and that was their shower. Well, you know, the pump was off. So it got a little gross after a while. And, you know, woman open, like, that's not hygienic. So anyway, they would do, but I was like, no, I'll just be gross. Who no one sees me anyway. Like, what do I care? I'm just nasty. But after about, I think it was like 12 days, I was like, I'm nasty. I was like, I need an LA prison shower. So they just like had big buckets of water And I would like soap up my hair, and then I'd like turn it and I'd be like, go. And they would like dump water on me, and I like soap up and I'm like, ready, go. And I had an LA prison shower, basically. But man, after 12 days, and it was hot, it was the summer. So I was nasty, nasty. Like 110 degrees out, didn't shower for 12 days. Nasty. So finally got that was gross. Oh, and I cut my finger. Oh, that was toughing it out. 12 days. Anyone who thinks I'm not a weak Barbie. I was like tough bitch Barbie at that one. But yeah, that was no power. That was crazy. But getting back to the topic at hand. So we have a whole lot of, how do I say it? Why do people care so much about other people's shit? Like, why? Why do we care so much about other people's stuff? Like, see how much fun that conversation was, just talking about nothing? That was fun. Why do people have to get all up in other people's business and then start making it about that stuff? Because that's not really that much fun, right? But like people do. And I'm gonna send some photos around to show you while I'm talking. But like I don't understand. But people like to get in other people's business. And I would hate to wash my hair. No, I use regular shampoo. I just meant like soap it up, lather it up, whatever. But you know what I mean. Like I have to use, well, you have hair extensions. You have to use special, you can't just use anything. It'll ruin takes a lot of money to look this cheap kind of thing. Um, but I mean, why can't people just like, are people's lives that crappy that they have to really be that enthroned? Oh, this is a good song. Anyone remember the song? Like, you can get shampoo, soap. Do you know, Nessie? You've probably used it because they started in the UK, I think. Lush, beauty company. They do beauty bars. They have like shampoo, but beauty bars. They started with bath bombs. Who here has heard of Lush? I think it's called Lush, like, I don't know, Lush Company. I don't know. Who's heard of Lush? Lush. I bet that felt good, Lenny. There's one in Glasgow. Yeah, they started in the UK and I think Canada too. But if anyone's Some people live to put, they do. I don't get it. So if you've heard of Lush, you know of amazing things. Camping soap bars for hair. Yeah, they have them in. See, I can't use that kind of stuff because if you have extensions, because they're not near your scalp to get oil from your scalp, they have to be no parabens, no blah, 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 blah. But Lush is amazing. Lush is absolutely amazing. If you're ever near, they have them. No, it's not dry shampoo, but they started off. The first time I had them was with bath bars, and they have these like they come in like bombs or like little bars, and you would just take like a piece of it off and throw it in your bath, and it would like, and you get all this like fuzzy, smelly goodness. But they also have bars where you break off a piece and that's shampoo. But they started off with all these different bars that you break off for different things. And they have ones that are, oh, their massage bars are amazing. I think I still have some, but they have these massage bars that like have like cinnamon beads in them. And so when you rub it, it like you can feel the nubs, to help massage you, but it also has like cinnamon in it. So like, or peppermint, which, like they're just amazing, amazing. I'm sure like, what's the URL? It's probably like, it used to be like lushco.com or something. Hold on. Lush. Is it Lush? Here, Lush Bath Bomb. I'm sure it'll come up under that. Lush, well, here's lushusa.com. So here, I'll just do this. They're amazing. Yeah, they have exfoliating bars here. Let me share this. Share screen. Set me free, why don't you, babe? Get out my life, why don't you, babe? Ooh. All right, now this is Lush. They're amazing. Okay. Oh, man. I don't know why it does this crap. It's my son told me what I need to do. I'm blocking some. Here we go. All right. So go away. Go away, X. All right. So this is Lush, right? And bath bombs. Their bath bombs are the most amazing, right? They get all fizzy and they have one, oh my God, anything massage. So this one, exfoliating cube bath bombs, but they have ones that are like for shampoo. And they have ones in different, like they're worldwide now. You just keep me hanging on. Their products aren't tested on animals. They're very, animal friendly, world friendly. They're all homemade too. They're homemade. Like they're actually made. Ethical buying, naked packaging, no animal testing, completely vegetarian, and they actually make them in like a kitchen, like right then and there. So they're an amazing company, but I digress. So, anyway, anywho, um I don't know why people need to get, yeah, and certain times of the year they can't ship because they are truly vegetarian. So like they will go bad. They're amazing. I should do an 80. Well, don't even get me started on the 80s. I'm an 80s girl. But I'm just gonna bring in some pictures while I talk. But I don't understand why some people, I swear to God, live to go after other people. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I've had it happen my whole life. Had it happen my whole life. There are just some people that just live to bring other people down. And I know a certain person said it amazingly when she said, I was hurt and I wanted them to hurt and feel how bad I hurt. So I wanted to bring them down to hurt as bad as I did. And if that's wrong of me, too bad. And that's exactly what it is. Somebody feels like shit in their life. They feel like shit and they want everyone around them to feel like shit too. Because if they have to feel that way, everybody else should, right? And that's the whole thing. And some people do it in the moment, like you've hurt me this bad right now. You keep me hanging on, you don't really love me, right? But so they want you to feel bad in that moment. And some people, it's just like their life. That's just how they are. They've had a shitty life and they feel bad all the time and they want everyone to feel bad as they feel bad. Or, I've noticed there are a couple people, I'm 50 years old. I've seen a lot of people act a lot of ways. I've seen this behavior many, many a times. But there are definitely women that I can spot them like in a heartbeat where I can tell they've had a rough life. Like there's one woman in particular. It was the summer of '69. I'm just gonna randomly sing while I talk. But there's one, I don't know if I'd call her a woman. There's one living entity that I can tell she's never had a true girlfriend. She's never really gotten along well with women. And she's always felt hurt by women. So she wants other women to be hurt by women as much as she has. She feels like you women have treated me like crap my whole life. I've always felt hurt by women. So I'm going to hurt as many women as I can. So they know how I feel. And so she just goes after anybody who's happy. Like I've tried to help her. Anyone who tries, she just wants to bring women down and make people feel like shit. And it doesn't work with me. I mean, he just looks like an asshole. But I mean, it's like this is the mindset of some people. Like this, honest to God, is the mindset of these people, and it's absolutely ridiculous to think that there are people out there who, honest to God, wake up and their sole thought is, how can I make this person feel like crap? Like seriously, Like this one girl, that is her goal. You know, she wakes up and her goal is, how can I seek any opportunity to make this person feel like crap? And that's disgusting if you think about it. If I feel like crap, I'm going to figure out how to not feel like crap. I certainly don't want people like feeling like crap is crappy. So why would you want anyone to feel like crap unless you're a crappy person? Unless you're a crappy person, you know that feeling like crap feels crappy, and you wouldn't want anyone to feel the crap out of what you feel. So why would you bring anyone else down to your crap level? You would want to lift them the crap up, right? I mean, I don't get it. It's crappy. It's absolutely crappy. And the YouTube streets have become toxic. So now what we have are victims advocates. Get sweet from my head to my feet. Yeah. So now we have victims advocates, which basically are people who have been hurt and now are going to pretend they're victims advocates. But in the meantime, they're just trying to find someone to hurt. They're basically like, I've been hurt enough. So now I'm going to put myself up, you know, on the totem pole. So now I'm going to be an authority. So I get to pick who gets hurt and who doesn't get hurt. Right? Tony, I felt it was time to let you know, Jesse, but it's the poop channel. Jesse, I told you I'm the poop channel. Back up, Jesse. Right? So there are several people who've done this in the past. There are several people who are doing it now. But basically, what they want to do is be able to say, I am a victim's advocate, so I am advocating for this person to hurt this person. And so the people that they're hurting now, they're still hurting someone, but they're doing it under the guise of being a victim's advocate of the person who is the person being hurt by the person that they're hurting. If that made any sense to you, you're cuckoo, because it made no sense to me. But seriously, I'm full of shit. Seriously, though, like that's exactly what's going on. There are people who are like, oh, I want to get back at her, so I'm going to be her victim's advocate. Or no, I'm going to be the victim's advocate of the person she's hurt. You get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's even bigger bullshit. Like, what? So, who the fuck, what do you have to do to be a victim's advocate? I believe you have to advocate for all victims, first of all, not just pick and choose. That right there is your biggest red sign that you're not a victim. I mean, this whole thing is, it just gets more and more cuckoo to me. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I mean, does it not get more kooky? I mean, I thought it just women behaving badly like 12-year-olds was bad enough, but now they're actually becoming actual victims advocates and trying to like label and put names on themselves instead of just being like, oh yeah, that girl's cray cray. It's like, no, she's a victim's advocate and she's advocating for it. Next thing you know, there's going to be like YouTube like courses you can take in victims advocacy, so you can get a little. I went through a 6-week online course to become a victims advocate. I mean, it's like, what's wrong with people nowadays? I mean, I watched somebody, and I never, maybe some of you saw it. Tony, I am poo. I am poo. Hi, Tesh Tamar. How are you? Are you poo? Hi, Tesh. Are you poo? I have one question for you. Hi, Tesh. Are you poo? That was short lived, but you got the kids excited. What, the snow? Any blondes here? That was a blonde question there, Hitesh, was it not? So maybe you're not realizing that you're on YouTube, which is video. If you look at your video, are there any blondes here? I don't know. I don't think so. Wait, so if I beat you up for months and you fight back and stand up, I'm the victim. Yeah. And you're an asshole. No, I'm an asshole. Wait, and I would be an asshole, right? The Hulk. If you see, they made me cut out the part, but the part that they made me cut out where they really had the Hulk, I was all like, I was back there and I was like, and you and Precious, I kept wanting to say another P word. You guys are watching and talking, and I'm just back there like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in my own. I'm a victim of my own victimology right back there. I know. Well, Hitesh can't see you, but and he says hi to Queen C. Gosh, you're killing me here. Wait, is that the real poop channel? Wait, oh no, that's the lush. Felisa is blonde, green, and purple Hitesh. Oh, I got you. Not really at all, actually. Dixie Norma Socketry. Yeah, so the whole victim advocacy, I don't Eliza, did you see the snow pictures that I took? Wait, I have to put on the really good ones. Wait, hold on. The really good ones I think I have. My husband actually has the really, really good ones. But oh my gosh, there was a point. Oh yeah, here's some good ones. Hold on. Were these in Dropbox camera uploads? Oh, wait, they might already be in here. Hold on. Hold on. Do I have open panel queen poo poo? Yes. Let me first, I do have one thing to say, and then anybody can come up. So I never listened to, I never, so I was kind of really confused by the whole me being called a child, as if those emails that I got were fact. So, I mean, all of us know that those emails that I got were emails from people who were harassing me. And they weren't true, obviously. Like that's what people do when they harass you. They make stuff up and they send like your best friend an email saying like, "Oh, she really doesn't like you. She really like beats up horses. She doesn't really go horseback riding with you or you at all." And then, sends one to your boyfriend and is like, she really, like has three ways with donkeys and really has like a donkey fetish, and they say these outlandish, hey Betty Boop, they say these outlandish things. So you get these crazy emails and your friend gets crazy emails, and employer, they send out all these crazy emails, right? So at the time, I get all these crazy emails. I'm harassed, I'm doxxed, I got bullied, I made this video, blah blah whatever. And at the time I showed them to my, at the time, best friend, who at the time was like shocked that because I was like, I'm going to put him out there. I'm going to like I'm going to put him out there and be like, look, see world, see what I've gotten, which thank God I did, because now they're being taken as if they're fact. I'm taking my boots off. But at the time, she thought I was crazy and tried to get me to stop that. But also at the time, there was my Jerry Springer moment. If you guys remember my Jerry Springer moment, which is when I went on Purple's panel because everyone was talking about me. And I went on there to just kind of like discuss everything because I was tired of getting talked about. That's when like certain people were going on everywhere and anywhere, just like talking about me left and right. And I had yet to say anything about anybody. So I went up and I had my Jerry Springer moment. And when I got off, I was told by someone like, don't listen to the rest, just like, go to like, just ignore it from here on out. So I did, I ignored it. So I listened to it last night and realized that after I got off Purple's panel, what happened after that was this person who was my bestie, who is not now, said that what I sent her were actually things that I was getting because I was being blackmailed because they were true. And that when she got them, she realized, she put it all together because something about I had called CPS on her and her daughter or something. Like she was telling this whole story. And a lot of you who are here were there. And I'm not like calling anybody out, but I'm just saying, I don't know if anybody remembers it or if you guys were just like, that's a crazy story and just kind of like let it roll away. But it was, it was like September, October, it was a while ago, but like I was listening to all this stuff said, and the people who were on panel, like Tony, you were up on panel, and a lot of people up there were just kind of like, because it was like outlandish. It was absolutely outlandish. She was saying something about like her daughter figured out that I was the one calling like CPS or something on them, and that I really was an abuser, and something about my husband. Like, but she was saying all this stuff, like she had found all this stuff out as real. And I could tell some people like thought that she was true. That was the truth. And listening to it, I was like, I can't believe the person who told me don't listen anymore told me not to listen anymore. Like, thanks for that. But I'm like, how many people believed her? Because she was saying all this. I mean, I have to go back and listen to it again. It was insane. Exactly. And it's a different kind, like, that's why I have to listen again. I was like, because she said something like, when my daughter kept saying, I know it was her, I know it was her, you know, and I was like, why would my bestie do that? And then I saw these emails and was like, oh, I didn't realize how horrible of a person she was. Now it all makes sense. And like, and saying something about how like my husband was like a dealer in the mafia or something. Like that's where all like now I always get called out for like that's like that's where it came from, her telling all these lies about that. Like, but I started piecing it all together and I was like, holy crap, I never knew. Um, yeah, I had no idea about any of that. I had no idea she had said all this stuff about me and doing. She had said something about like I was either in the mafia or in the FBI. Like, and it's funny because I had told her certain stories because I was onto her and I wanted to kind of see what things came back to me. But what I told her was nowhere near even like that. Like, I had told her my mom had a friend who went in the FBI, which that's true. When I was growing up, like, my mom had this friend who she went to college with. He ended up going into the FBI, but he's still like her really good friend. And, you know, I go to him for advice on things every once in a while, just like that I was told her that like that's not even anything story, but I told her that in passing. But she made it sound like really crazy. And like, I mean, I've talked about my affiliation with the mafia, which is I'm not, but my mom worked like you guys have all heard the stories, but she made it like so the way she was telling things were just absolutely crazy. But then this whole like child stuff was like I mean, I was disgusted. I was just so I have to listen to it again and see what was said and then talk to the people who were there to see what you guys remember. But so when the other night when Jenna was saying these things out as if they were true and I was like, you know, we all know and we all do know that that they weren't fact, they were that was the stuff I got when I was harassed. But that's why she takes it to be so real, because she got those emails from the other person and the other person was telling the narrative that they were real and they were actually me getting like my comeuppance or something. But it's like that's the whole thing with the whole like victims advocate. Like, who are you advocating for? What victim are you advocating for there? Are you advocating for me because I was the one and still am the one in that whole situation who's being harassed and defamed and, you know, slandered? Like, I'm the victim in that and this whole situation. Like, who are you advocating for? Are you advocating for people I've done stuff to? Because it's that's no one, you know, like I don't know. Like I don't know. Are you advocating for the other YouTubers who after that came out went on different panels of different YouTubers for like 5 hours on Science Girl and like 3 hours on Tahi Tahama some other I mean, they did the tour, like going around slandering me, like the tour, like everywhere from panel to panel, like saying all this stuff about me. It's like, who are you advocating for? And then Lenny got it next. Who are you advocating for there? Some other nutbag who took emails, private, personal, and that's the other thing. Nobody, hey, cracking asses, I don't think I don't think that anybody should put out private, personal anything. I mean, I thought that that was like how our morals worked. I mean, I just thought that that's how you grew up. I mean, that's how I grew up, that you just don't. I mean, one time I put out the emails that were between me and Heidi, and that was because she kept threatening me that they contained certain things that they didn't, and she kept threatening that she was going to release them. And you know how people say that? They're like, well, I'll release this to show that. Meanwhile, this doesn't show that. But, so like she had been threatening me so long, I was finally like, fine, I'll put them out there because it'll show that it doesn't show that. And then once I said that, then, stop talking about it. But that was really hard for me to put out, some private emails between, like, I don't think we should put out our private conversations with other people. I think that that's just wrong. When you have a conversation with someone in private, you expect it to be private. Some women you can't empower. No, you can't. I mean, but like, I don't think you should do that. Like, that's the only time I've ever put something out there, and I really didn't like it. But I was like, she's just gonna make it sound like they contain something they don't. So the only way to shut it up is to just be like, fine, I'll put it out there. But like, I don't think we should do that. I don't think people should put their private stuff out there. I think it's an invasion of privacy, for both people. I think it's just wrong. But like, and what do people think? Like, do you have like a magic version of our like DMs? Like, oh, your magic version is different from mine. Like, hello, we both have the same emails. We both have the same DMs. They're gonna say the same thing about both people. Like, I don't know why like one person's like, well, I'll show our messages. Okay, because I'm pretty sure we have the same messages and they say the same things. So not sure what that's going to do, but I mean, people do, and I think it's wrong. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that that's just fucking wrong? Like, I just think it's wrong. Can you imagine in the real world, you get in a fight with your bestie and they're like, oh, I was secretly taping. You know how we used to hang out on the phone till like 2 a.m.? Well, I taped all those and I'm going to share them. Yeah. You'd be like, what? Like, who does that? Nobody does that ever. Like, or like, back in like the 70s, I'm going to share our letters. You have letters back and forth, pen pals. I'm going to share our letters. I mean, granted, there are programs that let you change your messages. So, I mean, even now, just because someone shares, oh, here are texts, they could be altered. That's the thing. I heard someone saying today, like, why do receipts matter? Well, they kind of don't anymore because they can be changed. And two, no, like the person who is saying this, it's like you're one of the main people who doesn't show anything anywhere. Like all the people who are all like, oh, we need to see receipts. It's like, well, where's the receipt that I've had surgery? Where's the receipt that that I'm an abuser? Like, where's the receipt of anything you ever said about me? Oh, you never put that out, right? So so are you gonna shut up? No, but you're just gonna call everyone else out for it. I mean, that's the thing. The people who do this, all they do is call other people out. They just sit on their high horse as the victim's advocate, calling everybody else out, but never themselves. Oh, God forbid. Oh, God forbid. What's good for the goose isn't good for, like, that's the pisser. That's the real pisser about it. Because it's like, you say all of this shit, but then it's like only good for everyone else. Today, everyone is poo. I'll put a link in case anyone wants to come up. But that's the thing that pisses me off. Is what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. People say this shit, but it's completely trivial and meaningless. I mean, and now what's being said about Susan now? Susan bought subs. First of all, if Susan did buy subs, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares? I mean, if you do buy subs, I don't think it's going to help your channel because you're going to mess up your algorithm. You're going to mess up all of your, you're not going to have enough views of your videos compared to how many subscribers you have. Like, it's not going to, that won't work out well. So if you want to buy them, go for it. Who cares? That's the thing. People say, well, it's goes against the people who worked hard to get them the right way. Worry about yourself. I don't care about what anybody does. Who cares? Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Like, someone else getting there faster than me, whether they did it the right way or the wrong way, doesn't impact me at all. Like, you shouldn't even be looking at what other people do to even know. So I don't agree with the fact of like, well, it, kind of is a slap in the face to the people who did it the right way. Well, in what way? How does Susan over here getting to 1,000 faster than me have anything to do with me? Whether she did it the right way, the wrong way, 3 ways blind, I mean, it doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. So what do I care? And that's the thing. What do you care? What do you care? When you're complaining about Susan, what do you care? Oh, you care because you're jealous that she did it easier. Like, that's all it is. That's all it is. People are mad that Susan was able to find a way to do it easier. That's it. Someone's jealous that she did it easier and that she was smart enough to figure out how to do it easier. Personally, I don't think that buying subs and views helps you. I think it hurts you. So I wouldn't care. And I'm not saying that to Susan because I don't think she did that. And I mean, so I don't think it applies. But I mean, if someone's going to do that, it's going to mess all your shit up. And that's not going to look good to you or YouTube. So, I mean, if you do that, it's just going to be in detriment to yourself. So why do it? So if you do it, whatever. But you certainly shouldn't care what anyone else does. Like, one thing, Lenny, what would happen if I would ask Queen OG to touch her earlobes and say my name? I'm going to ask you a very serious question, Hitesh. Is that like a fetish thing? And if it is, I don't care. But is that like a fetish thing for me to touch my earlobes and say your name? Thank you, Tony. Tony just gave a super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, no, I'm serious, Hitesh. Is it? Like, I'm just wondering because that's the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard somebody say. If it is, I might be more prone to do it. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Tony gave a $5 super sticker. I don't understand the difference between super stickers and super chats, to be honest with you, but they're all super. But Hitesh, what is it? It is. So touching your ear. Does it matter that I have earrings in? Yeah, that's true, Queen Nessie. Thou who doth protest too much, whatever. So, well, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. So, Hitesh. Does it matter if I have an earring on? Does it matter if I have an earring on?
Why would it matter if you have an earring on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And say, Tashi, you are the est. Should it be best? Oh, Tashi. Should I make him give me money first? I should make you give me money. I'll touch it hard if you give me more money. I'm just kidding. But that's weird. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. I mean, whatever. I can't stand feet, so I would not be a foot best. I said best. I knew it wasn't est. I can't stand feet. I like shoes because I think feet are disgusting.
I'm with you on that.
I think feet are disgusting. So Hitesh, how did you find me and my earlobes?
I got an update. Are you your ears and your earlobes? What is people doing body shit again, like shaming on ears and shit?
No, he wanted me to touch my earlobes and say his name.
Oh, that's.
He asked me to show. So I asked him if it was good for him. Like, how did you find me in my earlobes? That's what I asked. How did you find me in my earlobes?
Oh, okay, that threw me off. I was like, what the heck? This
whole, everything. I'm just here to throw you off, girl. That's a beautiful avatar picture, by the way.
I know. I've been flying around all kinds of nests with this kind of bird.
What's
my old poo-poo channel? You're the poo-poo channel. Yeah, is that
what the poo channel?
Oh yeah.
His name really is Poo Poo. I'm the poo. I've been saying it. I mean, how long have I been saying I am poo, and poo is me. Queen OG, I found you on Queen Nessie. Oh. Okay, I know where you found me for. So I mean, yeah, I am poo. I've been the poo channel for forever.
Well, you're caught now. What are you gonna do? You're caught red-handed.
I don't know. Come at me, bro. I'm poo.
They're gonna be coming.
I mean, seriously though, what do they get? What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now?
See, that right there irritates me because Susan is strong, but she's mentally and physically not strong enough to go up against these people, and it makes me sick what they do to her.
No, don't worry about it.
Well, that's why they do it. I mean, but seriously, like when Susan said that, I just laughed because it's like, okay, so now what? So now what?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, so now what? I was like, that it was brilliant. Bravo.
You know, it's hard to explain. Like today, I was going to get up there and like stream someone that streams me all the time and says they don't watch me, but yet they know if I'm farting or when I'm changing my underwear and everything like that. And I thought, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Well, it's just.
But there's some things you cannot just step back and,
No, and they don't get it. Like I actually was gonna do it, and I'm still gonna do it because it's funny. But I have all the pieces. I was gonna do like a video of all these stupid things of like a certain person saying, I don't know you, Queen OG. I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you. You are completely irrelevant to me. I don't ever want to see or hear about you again. And then, January 27th, 5-hour stream, January 28th, it's like you say these things, but they are completely juxtaposed to how you act. Like if you really don't like me and don't want anything to do with me, just ignore me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Apparently, like when I said that Miss Jessica was jealous of me, I didn't mean it in the way of looks or anything like that. I meant it in the way of personality. So then it started, oh, you and your press-on nails, and where she lives, there's no good place to get your nails done. Like, how petty and stupid is that? Like, are you jealous of my nails
what she is
because
jealous
I can
about.
afford to get them done?
That's obviously what she's jealous. Like I always say, there's a philosopher, Carl Jung, and he says, what I dislike in you is what I hate in me. Because when someone comes at you, what they come at you with is what bugs them in themselves. Like if it's, hair or eyeshadow or tattoos or weight or, whatever it is, that's the thing. Because that's the thing they see first and call out. So that's the thing that gets them. So that's their thing, not you.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's just like, where's the brains? Because I ain't seeing no brains. Oh yeah, right there.
Bum, bum.
I'm gonna make my own damn trophies. I mean it.
They're in. You remember when someone did they're right there in the little red.
Yeah.
The little red mouth right there, because it's so dumb. Like
we have no words for it anymore. It seems like.
Yeah,
the smart ones, we don't have no words for it anymore. Not really smart.
Because I just don't know what to say about it. Like we used to do a little thing in the Discord, which it would be like, how long is it going to be before a certain someone says my name somehow will bring me into it? Like whatever it is, it'll be like completely random, but like how long? And we would say like, 5 minutes and, someone would win. Hey, Jill. But it was like so stupid.
Hey,
and I remember one of it was like, hey guys, the snow is pretty much all gone. I'm so sad. How was your day? Did you have your math test today? But they sent someone a picture from Burger King of like the Burger King crown, and like with some like something, and it's like if I'm at Burger King with my family, I'm not taking a picture of the Burger King crown and like sending it to. I'm hanging out with my
No.
family eating some Burger King. You
Well,
know, it's like
I'll be stealing all those crowns. I'll just get as many as I could.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, there's Queen OG and the crown. I don't know. Like what?
What
Where
kind of
is your life?
emeralds are in those?
They just got home from school. But it's stupid. But now you get it all the time. Like you,
Oh yeah,
it's the same
that's
thing every day.
ridiculous. My
Every
names will
day,
not
same
stay
thing.
out of their mouths.
No.
I've tried everything, OG. I've tried to be silent. I've tried to sit back and take it. I haven't listened to all of the crap because I knew how bad it would do, and I'm still not back to myself. And then I'm watching these clowns act like they're victims. No way. No way.
It just it will. I've learned that it will never stop because it's in them. Like they have a problem. They have a problem. And you know, like I don't like saying, "Oh, you're jealous," because that makes me sound like I'm pretentious or full of myself, which
That's
I'm
why how
not.
it messed up with me today, and I didn't mean jealousy like
Yeah,
over.
like I don't mean it that way, but for whatever reason, you know, you other person think it's more like they're put off. Like,
Mm.
how dare I? Like, I can picture like them saying it. Like, how dare I come on here and just think so highly of myself and just think I'm all that and not realize that, you know, I'm this or that or the other thing and not be embarrassed by this or that or the other thing. It's like, you know, because they can't just be out there and be confident and not give a crap about anything. How dare
Exactly.
I? You know?
Yes,
Which,
exactly. That's
like,
something
who
that the
cares?
soul has to fix, That's something they have to
Yeah,
fix, and they're intimidated by strong women, women that have been through
yeah,
things in their life that they couldn't even think about going through, and I really do think that they're intimidated by strong women and
yeah,
women that know who they are and, own themselves and have went through years to grow into who they are, and here every time I'm wasting my brain cells because it's like on an elementary level. I'm not going to lie. You can't get nowhere. It's an elementary level.
yep. The funny thing to me is that, you know, there were so many years that I thought less of myself. Like when I was in my 20s, like I thought everyone was better than me. Like I had no self-esteem. Like when I had an eating disorder and was 89 pounds, I thought I was crap compared to everybody else. So like it humors me to think that they would have thought that because on the outside I was the same. You know, I just faked it, you know, which a lot of people do, you know, when they're at that low point in their self-esteem. But you know, to think they would have been saying that then to someone who thought they were worse than them, but being like, "You think you're better," and I remember at that point, like people saying that kind of stuff, and me inside being like, "I don't think I'm better than you. I think you're better than me," but they would still like just say that because of what they perceived on the outside. But that's all it is. It's like, how dare you be strong and happy and confident and just go out there and throw yourself out there and not have any, you know, like embarrassment or you know whatever because I can't go, you know, because they can't go out there and just be like, you know, like I think I heard it best when it was like, I don't cam up because I know somebody will take a picture and then they will make fun of my blah blah blah
Yes.
blah blah.
But people want to see who they're supporting. They want to interact and see that person at least sometime, you know?
Don't you think it makes like a better, like especially with like comedy stuff, like I think your facial expressions matter.
Yes.
You know, like I think seeing me adds something, and not because of how I look, but you know, facial expressions and how you talk. And I'm very, you know, animated. You need something to drink over there. You need like a gin and bourbon over there or
Me?
something.
Yeah, I do.
Get yourself a glass of Savi. But I think it makes a difference. I think it makes a difference to be seen. Can't believe I just said those two words together, kind of. But I think it makes a difference. So
But
to
it
not
does.
cam up, I think that is a detriment to what you're doing.
Well,
You know,
because you
so to
don't get
sit
to know
there,
the person. You know, like
exactly.
behind an avatar, you can tell if that person's lying, but in the voice, I can pretty much tell in the voice the way it is, you know, with certain ones that I know already. But
Yeah, your whole thing with Tammy.
yeah, I
Let me
know
look at
it's like
your eyes.
Tammy, but you know what? When she looked me in the
It's
eye,
true.
I knew that she was a straight up person. I really did. I feel like, you
Vicky
know, 'cause
May.
I have to study body expressions and facial expressions, and that's why people don't want to be on camera. But here
Yeah.
you are on camera, and others get on camera, and they don't care because they want you to see who, you know, you can't just tell behind an avatar what kind of person there is. You got to see their body movements. Who, I don't know.
It adds. Oh, now I got like a big burp in there. It adds. You're a live human being with characteristics and feelings. You're not just some, moving bubble. Like it makes you human. It makes you human. And like I said, I would never want to be so full of myself and so conceited and so concerned with my looks that I didn't cam up and that my viewers missed out on a better stream because I was so conceited and concerned that I was having a bad hair day.
Yeah.
See, when you look at it that way, it makes them sound pretty damn full of themselves, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a burp in there.
It's a sick rhetoric that's it's almost as if you know, it's like a, well, I ain't even gonna say that. Like I was gonna say cult like experience, but
It's true.
I mean, it's like,
It's
how
true.
the hell can anybody not see this, and how, you know, everything that everybody has did to them, and they have, even they're doing it now. It's like they're flipping the script. And the thing is that everything that Miss Purple has let out that about me saying what she's going through, if you look at my things every time, it's everything that I went through.
Oh, she's the queen of like taking what you say. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that. She is the
Because she
queen
don't
of
know
taking.
herself.
Well, she always takes little things. Like I can't even think of one, but I said something like, oh, I can't even think of an example, but I
I
mean it's the
can, but
stupidest
it's
stuff.
vulgar.
Yeah, like I'll say something like, I don't know, like don't uh, be a petty bitch. Don't be a vile human being. And then
Mm-mm.
the next thing she'll be like saying, don't be a petty. Like she'll use the exact same things that I say,
Well, I stopped saying
stuff like
right
that.
hop or
It's
right
like,
on the
where'd you hear
dick
that from?
because she stole that from me.
Yeah.
So she can have that one though. I stopped saying it.
There's tons of little things that
Yeah,
I
it's
would hear
other
and I'd be
people.
like,
It's
I just said that
everyone.
yesterday.
Yeah,
What?
and it's everyone. It is. It's like pieces from everyone. You know,
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's
people
not
like
just
that
me.
don't know themselves. They don't know themselves. That's why, therefore, they have to act like whoever they're around at the time, or they've got
Bye,
to
celiac
speak the
girl.
words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, no, no.
I mean,
So,
I know she's gonna be out. Bye, celiac girl. I know she's gonna be all like, we just had a whole stream where we ripped on her. Well, sorry, maybe we did. Like I hate when people do the whole like, oh well, I know you don't like me, but thanks for talking about me. That just gave me up in the algorithm.
well,
You
did
know
us
what?
too.
I don't care. I don't care if I'm giving you views. I don't care if I'm helping you in the algorithm. I'm talking like I hate when people do that stuff. Like they do it in this way of like, ha ha, you think you're hurting me, but ha ha, you gave me a view. You didn't realize that, but
Yeah.
ha, like as if I'm over here like, oh damn, I really thought I was gonna take down her channel by making fun of her. And now I just posted her to #1 in the algorithm. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's like I don't think about those things. I talk about what I want to talk about. And if somebody bugs me, I'm going to talk about it. And I don't care if it gave you an extra view or boosted you. Like, I hate when people talk about that stuff because I'm not worried about that. So stop being worried about it. Like, it just annoys me. It just annoys me. bleh, annoys me.
It's the rhetoric of hate because it's just the same stuff. And it's like when that don't work, then something when she's cornered, then something else comes up. She pulls out her ass. And if that don't
Yep.
work and get her to the attention she needs, then there's something else. Like when she's cornered that she's got to pull out her ass.
Hey, Tingle Boos.
That's just my opinion. That's this has nothing to do with Queen OG.
I totally agree.
And they pulled so much shit out their ass, and no one's letting them buy with it anymore because they did it for so long.
Yep. I've been berated in every way. And it's funny. Like, I've been berated. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm like, make up your mind because I've been berated in the good way. And then I've had two now where I got the picture held up and like, oh, look at that. And it's like, well, you got to pick one or the other. Either I'm too good or I'm too gross. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, and they had this wonderful picture.
One time you were in someone's chat, all you did was comment on something. It didn't say no one's name. It didn't refer to anybody. And I'm thinking maybe you were in the tavern or the bitch post. And that's when she threatened. She was streaming it. Oh, it was the bitch post. And that's when she said, Queen OG, I got shit on you too, and I'm going to go after you. And you said something in Tammy's post and it on the bitch post, and it was not even referring to anybody. And anytime anyone put something in, that's when she say, well, you too, I'm gonna go after you too, bitch. I got,
Yeah, that was because I forget who it was, but they asked for, I think I gave a synonym for the word vile. That's what it was. And I gave a synonym or either that or the definition of something, but it had nothing to do with the person. I was literally putting like the definition of the word vile or something like that. And she's like, and you too, OG, I got your stuff too. And I was like, what? Sorry,
yeah,
like
she said it about other people too, and it's like, what the hell?
Oh, and she totally I don't know what she has for Katie Bug. I don't know. I don't know what you have over Katie Bug over there, Percy Duke, but man, how many times? And that's the thing. Like okay, so she said the other day, and I'm going to do a little video because she said this enough times that she has not done anything to me. She has never looked or body shamed me. She has just called me a Barbie, which should be a compliment. I do take that as a compliment. But if she, do you know how many snippets I have of her doing a little bit more than calling me a Barbie?
Yeah,
I mean, my God.
Delusional. They're delusional.
Like,
I mean, it's out there.
Poor Katie Bug. I don't know what Katie Bug ever did to her, but give her money for a GoFundMe and give her money and be nice and give her money and be a mod and give her money.
I think it started in my channel because all Katie Bug did was have a question that everybody else had a question about. My husband asked about contacting the school. My husband even asked if she contacted law enforcement in the school on that. And it started in my channel, and she took it and ran with it, and it was not even like that.
No, before that, all she did was she was a mod. She gave her money. She donated money to her. And then she did. I went back and I looked at it because she had her whole big thing that she had a meltdown in my chat. And all she did was say, like, I wonder if the school knows. And then she did make a little comment, like, I wonder if the news found out what they would say. And she put like some little like haha. It was just a little snide comment. Like no one's ever made that. And then she like put all her shit out there. And then somehow she came at me and she said the other day, I don't know what the difference is between me and OG because OG has had her stuff and she said that she's had stuff. So what's the difference? Well, I've never threatened anybody with the stuff I have. And I've never done anything with the stuff I've had. Like I have her on video talking about how she looked me up based on the name that she claims Poopy gave her.
She might want to watch
out. And then she shows my freaking name.
Yeah, she don't care.
She shows my
name. What she don't realize is that there's so much shit like of them, proof of them massive striking people, proof of them going after different people and showing how they were pressuring and putting the heat on that person and bullying that person, and all that shit. I mean, I guess they forget all the chats or not chats, text messages, group messages that I was in and what all I have.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like Katie Beck was making a valid point. She basically was saying, I wonder if the school knows.
Everyone
Because
else
it's
did
coming
too.
from, someone who had it done. Like, it is important. That was one of the first things that I did was contact the school and say, hey, this has happened. So just so if you get blah, blah, blah. And if anybody, anything, so they can have a higher level of, awareness in the school. I mean, she was making a very valid point. It was a good point, and Purple was like, oh, I did contact the school, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I hope you did, because that is something that you're supposed to do. Especially if it was a death threat, as she said. That should be, I mean, if I was a parent, I would want to know that.
But would you send your kid out for those 2 days? I was on the phone with her. Would you send your child out to catch the bus and say, love you, bye? Even if it was 1 or 2 feet from your house, my kid would be home, first of all. And if I couldn't do that, what it is, they put a plan in place. You have to take your child to and from school because they don't have security guards that are going to be on that bus. They're going to make you take, your child back and forth. Then they're going to put a plan in place to protect them at school. But the thing is,
my kids go to a
send your
small
kid out.
school. Yeah, I mean, mine go to a small enough school that there are no buses, but I can tell you, I certainly wouldn't be like, after it happened, be like, okay, so all of you pedos who didn't catch the video before YouTube took it down, just so you know, so this is the front door of the house, and so you just let me pan to where the bus is, okay, and then they make this. No.
It's not
what
the
you
point
do.
of how many feet away the school bus was from your door. That's not the point.
No, you only do that if you're not thinking like a mom keeping her kid protected.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
And sorry, just being honest.
I mean,
honesty
is the key.
I mean, she gets so mad. She got so mad about a blurred forehead. But yet, she, and I know, Jenna, you like to say, why purple's different from me? Why are you bringing purple into it? Well, she restreamed you, which means she showed exactly what you did, which means I can now say the same thing about both of you because you showed the same content. But so that is not okay. Showing a blurred forehead, not okay. But you can take a picture. Now, let me just say, I don't know where that picture came from. I don't use Facebook. There's a quote of Purple saying she went on my Facebook. I don't use Facebook. And it was privated a long time ago, and I haven't been to it in at least 4 years. My husband's is private, but that photo, the one of me holding my 13-month-old baby, not on social media anywhere. So I don't know where that photo came from, but it's not public record.
Did you
and it was very poorly redacted. You can see a hand. So blurred forehead, not okay. But you can take a private photo that I don't know where it came from that shows a hand and part of the head and me holding my 13-month-old baby in an email that has the words child.
Oh, wow.
And say that for fact, I am those things. So you've got a picture of my 13-month-old being with all those words saying it as it for who knows.
That's child exploitation because it really is. And they get mad and they try to say I say child porn. I don't. I say child exploitation because you are exploiting a child. If you have a photo and you're using it for malice intent, that is exploiting a child. I don't care what anybody says, that is. And they can get that twisted.
And that wasn't a private photo. It wasn't a public photo. It was a no photo on the internet anywhere. So how'd you get it? Don't. But so this is okay. Blurred forehead, not okay. But all that, and I'm sorry, you restreamed it. And you can't say, well, I didn't know what was going to be on there. Then you don't, if you're not sure of what you're about to play, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility. Don't do it at all. That's why in live TV, there's a 5-second delay. So if you have an oh shit moment, you have 5 seconds to oh shit, put it down. right? So like, I'm sorry, like you can't do that. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen. Sorry.
No, that all
Do is
I
block
think was
people.
a setup, And yeah, you can
No.
private it and change it later, purple. But the thing is, it already got out there. People already seen
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you delete it. It was a
Especially when you
mental thing.
re-put it up twice after I get it taken down.
But the thing is here it was like she was arguing the other day, like, why bring my son and why is my son? Well, why are you sharing a picture of Susan's son? Like, and
Right.
then think in your mind, well, why are you guys doing that to me? And she's doing it to someone else. Like, and
Right.
how do you have that thought in your head that it's okay? Do you see what I'm saying on it? It's
Yep.
like,
But she doesn't get there's like 2 points there. And one point is I get to choose what happens to my stuff. So Susan gets to choose the vehicle of where her photo gets shown. So she gets to choose this photo is going to
social
be
media.
on
She put
my
it out there.
channel. Right. She didn't get to choose that her photo was going to be held up by Purple in Purple's channel with Purple's people eaters.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean? Like that's a whole unique group of people that she doesn't know. Like she didn't get to choose that it would be shown to that group of people. She's supposed to
Exactly.
choose and she can choose to put it on her backup channel.
Mhm.
She didn't get to choose to put it, on Purple's channel with
Exactly.
Purple's people to see it. And that's what they don't get is, because I heard someone say, because they showed your divorce, whatever, like,
Yeah.
whatever
And
filing,
pictures and a
and was
picture of
like,
Gavin, numerous pictures of Gavin.
yeah, and was like, well, you can see my divorce thingy. Okay,
Mhm.
but that you're choosing. You didn't let Tony
Mhm.
choose.
No.
You're choosing, oh, you can have mine and put it anywhere. Well, that's great. You chose to, but you didn't give Tony the choice, and that's the problem. You can't choose for people. You're
No.
choosing for people where their stuff is going to be seen, and that's not okay
Mhm.
at all.
It's
And most of it's a lie anyway.
Yes. And so, I could come back on here and say, look, I just took care of this lie, just took care of that lie, I could take care of every damn lie out their mouth. But you know what? I'm not going to give them that. Like, I could come show
Yeah.
papers showing everything they said. They even said my husband had another kid. And so, like, okay, you guys just brought that child in danger.
Yep.
They don't get
And
it.
they
They
don't
don't
care.
get it. They don't get it.
No. They don't. And Tingleboo said they're not educated. It's true. Because and I don't mean that to like, they're not smart, but educated in a worldly way.
It's
Like to
common
know
sense.
enough about life to know that certain things aren't okay and why they're not okay. It's more that kind of thing. Hey Frank.
It's common sense. It's common sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like you've ever heard the expression, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay, well,
Yep.
they keep waiting on the outside of the shed, but they're not even allowed in the shed. You see what I'm saying? They're
They don't
waiting
even know where
outside
the
it.
shed is.
No, no. So they don't even get the opportunity to even play in the shed to
No.
sharpen their skills or their tools. I
They just
explain shit
don't.
in like some crazy way.
I totally get what you're saying. I mean, yeah, they just the bottom line should be, and this is why black and white thinking is really good in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Either you say, no kids, no kids. When you say nobody can talk, do anything about someone else's kids, then that's very black and white. If I want to say something or show a picture of mine, I can, but I just don't do anything with anyone else's. As long as I don't do anything anywhere, then I'm good. As long as I don't say she got so mad about people talking about her husband and her husband's work. Well,
And the
just put out
ex-husband. Yeah.
my whole husband's ex where he used to work. That's okay though. That's okay. You just did the same thing to me, but that's okay.
And a month before
What?
I left, I found out all this shit. And the other shit, and then with Shorty and the other shit that they did to Tara, you know,
It's just wrong.
I've been
It's just,
accused of being lovely 15. Can you believe that?
you know what? I think I heard I heard Heidi say it about me once, and everyone was like, "Come on, Heidi, are you kidding me?" I mean, it was like everyone just laughed at her, but I mean, we all know that she is who she is.
She's
She
Sam.
is. We know who she is, and blah blah blah, and we know who Sam is, but it's like I'm sorry, when Violin Harper,
Oh yeah,
whatever, when she
perfect
says,
name.
I don't want people still think I'm lovely 15. No, nobody thinks that. You say that when you need attention. It's like
Yeah.
nobody thinks that anymore. But if she says it, she just needs attention. And that's part of the
Sometimes
other
they
thing
put
too. Some
themselves.
people just need attention. Some
Mhm.
people just need attention. And that's
You know,
pathetic.
they stick their foot in their mouth. Like sometimes you don't even say nothing, and they tell on themselves. It's like, are they put themselves out there on it? And they're like, we were not saying you, but I guess if the shoe fits, put the damn thing on. You know, we ain't playing
Heidi
no
is so
Cinderella
good at that.
games.
She's so good at that.
Oh yeah.
You just say, I had this done, but I didn't do it. Well, I didn't say you did, but thanks.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't want to bash on people, but everywhere we went, we had to make reservations. So, okay. And that means what? I mean, I wouldn't want to have to go somewhere on vacation where I had to make reservations at every damn place, you know? But
Somebody's high maintenance.
yeah. Well, my husband had to pay
I
me maintenance fee. You know, they should know this with the divorce and stuff. He had to pay
well,
me
yeah, yeah.
$850 a week. So
Wow,
maintenance
you go,
pay.
girl. Well, why does she keep telling people that she's like a trust fund baby, but she says it in a bad way? Like I've never heard anybody say it but her.
I know, but she does it and says it in a bad way. And then everybody's a big shot that she knows. A big shot, big
I don't.
time.
Yeah, I don't really understand it.
It's
But
because
I
she
did
lives a
hear.
world that's fake, a facade.
Okay, but
Things
I
that
talk about
like
money.
stupid stuff get to them. Like
Okay,
stupid little things, you know, like
okay.
just what someone's face looks like, someone's blah blah blah. I mean, stupid things like that is what they hang on to instead of what really matters. Like when I'm trying to
And
talk about something really serious and all you want to talk about is two different things that don't even portray to what we're talking about.
well, I just heard, like I thought I was the one who talked about money. But then it's height. Oh, and then Purple today talked all about her. I was like, I
Do
thought
you
I was
know
the
why
one who did
Purple
all
did
that.
that today?
Interesting.
That's what I'm talking about. The reason Purple did it today is because I stated she was jealous of me.
Yeah,
I didn't mean about money or any of that. And she rambled on about that shit. And I meant it in another way. I meant it
I
because I have a
know.
personality, because I can carry a tune longer in 5 minutes. I meant
I
nothing
listened and
about
I was like, huh, that's interesting.
well,
That was
that's
a weird
why.
one this morning. I was like, what's she mad about? She was all mad and weird tone. Like, I
Mm,
didn't really understand what was going
that's
on
what
there.
it was about. And I never meant money wise. Money
Oh, but
it don't
she went
define
off
me.
telling everything she had. She had a dustbuster over here
I
and
don't
a
have one of
couch over
those.
there and I don't know, every little thing, a door stopper over there and
I
a
don't even have an
freaking
air fryer.
plunger.
I'm jealous.
I was like, wait, did you say air fryer?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't have one. I'm jealous.
I didn't say air fryer, but I do love air fryers. I think I said plunger, but that's how much you're thinking. Air fryers are the best. They're not that expensive.
Oh, I know. I want to get
Yeah.
the rotisserie one. Someone said to get that one. It's bigger. That way, if the
I got
kids, I can
one.
fix it big enough for the kids when they come over.
You will. You can do anything in an air fryer. Like I will do like pieces of pizza. Like like anything. You can do absolutely anything in it. Carrots, anything. And it's amazing. I got one. It was like on sale. Ended up being like $30 on Amazon and it changed my life. It changed my life.
Yeah, a
It,
lot of people said it. I mean, we need to get up to date on this air fryer situation.
it's good. And you don't use oil. My kids like it better than the greasy. stuff. What's Benidorm? Amanda Cox just said Benidorm. What's Benidorm?
I don't know. Is it a medication?
I don't know. Benidorm. What's Benidorm? Geez, if I was on holiday, I would. Yeah, if I was in the Dominican Republic, I would not be trying to figure out how to get on the internet. I mean,
Oh
shoot.
no, you want to escape all that unless you want to give them a sneak peek. But if you can't go out, I ain't seen it, but I don't know how you're flipping off a table in a pool.
Oh, there's no way I mean, I might be like, not on to be like live, but just to be my friends, like, hey, see, I'm here, I made it today. But I certainly wouldn't be like,
I feel so hurt
like,
when I
screw
get
that.
back. I'm so hurt.
Like, I'm just reading chat here for a second. There was no phone call. She made it up. Wait, which phone call are you talking about? Because I believe you, but which one are you talking about?
Yeah, there's so many phone calls.
I know there are. That's why I'm like, which one? There's too many. I'm trying to look through.
And yes, when I say Purple's jealous and obsessed with me and stalkish, she is. That is
She's like that with a lot of people. She always has been.
It is. It's sick.
And it's not necessarily, looks or anything like that. It's just it's the funniest program. It's called Benidorm. It's more just like a jealousy of life.
Yeah.
Of just and the jealousy is about the freedom to feel a certain way about yourself. I think that's what she's jealous of. Like you being able to just go out there and you don't care if maybe you're a little on the M18 or whatever that's called.
Yeah, if I'm on the crazy end,
a little too happy that one day. Like you're not embarrassed to be you. Like, and that's what bugs you. Like you're unapologetically yourself, and that is what makes you fun to watch and a good person, and it's what makes you natural and normal and funny and fun to be around. It just makes it humanizes you. It makes you what you are, and that's why people like to watch you, because you're just unapologetically you. And that's what she doesn't like, because she can't even cam up because someone might take a picture of her nose.
No, yeah.
She is 100% apologetically her.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with her. The black headband the other day, she had it pulled way down. Like, I think it's because I've said she has the 5-finger discount forehead. And I don't like to say stuff, but look at all the mean things she has said about me. And it's like, I'm just giving a few shit, and that's what you're worried about. But no, she didn't pull that back because she's got a receding hairline. And I'm not making fun of her for that, because I have hair loss. I have problems. I have to take vitamin E every day because I have a vitamin E deficiency. So my hair isn't as thick as what it used to be, and I lose my hair. So I'm not making fun of that at all. But I'm just saying, you want to make fun of me for stupid stuff, I'm gonna act like a little child and make fun of you for stupid stuff like that. But see, you see how
I ever turned into a child and went after her. Yeah, imagine if I went
she's
back.
doing and I shouldn't be.
But see how upset she gets. But that's the whole thing. Like she is the most apologetic person about herself. Like when she did her 20-minute diatribe about she didn't get the Barbie gene and buildabitch.com, she literally apologized about every little thing about herself for 20 minutes. Like, I know I have this, I know I have that. And I honestly felt bad for her, because nobody should talk about themselves that, like, if she was my best friend talking about herself that way, I would slap her. I'd be like, do not talk about my friend that way. Like, that's not how you talk about someone. And that's her talking about herself. Like, that's not okay. Like she talks worse about her than I ever could. Like she's always like, I know I have da, 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 da. And it's like, that's sad to me. Like nobody should apologize for themselves like that. And that's her problem right then and there.
You gotta know yourself. You gotta own your flaws. You gotta own all of it. And you gotta go with it. You're dealt the cards that you get dealt with. You gotta play them either way. But I think some women are weak, meek women behind the computer, and when they come on here, they've got this alter ego
Yeah.
that they have to portray because they don't have control on what they want in life. So they have to control the narrative of different situations that go on. Um, it's just how can all these people, thousands of people, be wrong and these two and this one channel be or two channels be right? You know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I never say that, but yeah. I mean, like, you know, why? You know, everyone thinks like the vast majority of people think this way, and then there's like this little handful of people who, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes I get on here and like right now, you know, I've got, you know, I got myself done. Not totally done up, but I got myself a little bit done. But sometimes I come on here with nothing done. And sometimes I come on here, like I had a members video where I had my hair in little weirdo buns and I had my little headlamp on and my you know, and I look like a whole box of like weird science weirdo. And I don't care, you know, like that's what makes you human. Just being like, here I am, good, bad, weird, geeky, whatever, going sledding, whatever. Like, who cares? That's all parts of me. You know, I'm not always
But
just
that
like,
showed you were having a great time, and then for you to get crap about that video with you snowing and all
oh my
that
God. The
was like
funniest thing
stupid
was,
because you were showing your friends and you were showing everybody, you know, that, hey, I'm having fun. They're all like this
and the
snow.
title was, it was all about don't see the beauty, see the whatever. It was like, don't
Yeah,
hate
I
me because
remember
I'm
us
beautiful. See
talking.
the beauty in the ugly. And it was all about the trees and, you
Yeah,
know, and like,
nature.
I'm sledding, you know, I got
Yeah,
the
because you
snow's
don't
all
live by
white.
snow, do you? So I think I heard you
Well,
say that you're excited to see it. You don't see snow where you live, right?
well, except for this past weekend.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You're
Well,
in
so I went to
northern.
Tahoe for that, but we got like a once in a century snowstorm the past like 5 days. Like this never happens. But we got like I was gonna show pictures. I'll show, like, we don't get
Where
this,
are
and
you
we
at?
got.
I thought you were in
I'm in
California.
Northern California.
Oh, you're in Northern
The
California.
last time it did this was never. Hold on.
Oh,
Like
shit.
this doesn't happen.
The weather. A lot of people have been talking about this weather pattern and how some people believe that I know it sounds crazy, that it's weather can be genetically engineered. But you know, this weather pattern has thrown so many things off. For instance, it's thrown the animals off. They're migrating. Like Jay Marie was telling me where they have a penguin. They don't have penguins there. We had bears. We don't have bears in Indiana. They migrated
We
here.
have
They're
bears here.
adapting to the environment, and the weather pattern is what's thrown them off too.
Well, I was telling my kids, like, what if, you know, what if a meteor hit somewhere and we don't know it? And so now the weather is changing. And what if our weather
Mhm.
patterns are just different? And for the next 20 years, we're going to get snow in Northern California. Like, who knows? We
Exactly.
may have just changed some things. I'm going to show you, and this happens never. Hold on. Like, this
Because like
just does
where
not.
Kim lives in Colorado, she has snow, but I'm telling you, the sky is always blue and with beautiful clouds. And it's like we don't have that in Indiana. But in California, I would have thought unless you live up in the mountains where there's snow
Yeah.
that you wouldn't get it.
Like, I live at 2,000 feet. So we will get a dusting every once in a while, but not
Well,
this. This is snow.
yeah,
And
that's a
we had so
lot
much
of
snow
snow.
that the trees can't handle it. We had a shelter in place for 4 days. I was without power and water for 4 days.
You were? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Let me see if I can go. How do I get to the next one? Now I can't see. How do I get to the,
I
let
just
me go
can't
to the,
imagine California, but I can see
like, look
northern
at
because you're
that.
up more towards.
I'm like above San
That's a lot.
Francisco.
That's a lot. A lot. You're more by San Francisco. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Then
I'm like a
you
few
I don't
hours
think
above
I've
them.
cut the
ever heard
sibling
of
patches
that
and put the sibling
happening.
patches in. He can do the
Like,
roads.
look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. My poor roses. That's like Tahoe. That's like Tahoe
Like
weather.
I have
That's
Um,
scaffolding.
not where I
are
live.
you talking about Lake Tahoe?
All I got's a little
Yeah.
wall
That's where
My
I
scaffolding
go to see
around.
mom
snow.
has friends that live there.
Yeah, that's where we went to go see snow. Oh, this is
That's
me. This is the
wow.
first night when it started. I was trying to find, there was ones with my, hold on.
There's people that are in like Chris and other people on the East Coast were saying that they're not used to it. They never even see, them have salt in the trucks.
Oh yeah, we don't have plows. We don't have salt trucks. So that's why we had a shelter in place, because all the trees fell and no one knows what to do because we don't have salt trucks or anything.
See,
we
like
don't,
to
they don't
me,
know what
like
to do.
I'm in my big conspiracy theories, to me that's scary. Like when I see the weather patterns, like, like this.
It
Like if
is.
you're not used to it and you guys don't even have salt trucks and you had to bunker down and stuff, I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania, so but like we don't have salt trucks here. I mean, it snows like this, all the oil in the roads come out. I mean, nobody knows how to drive. Nobody, so like I drove to get my kids from school on yesterday, and it's like the amount, I was going to do a video and film it because the amount of trees in the road is just, it's insane because the
Mm.
trees just, natural selection, they haven't grown to be strong enough
For
to
the
be able
way,
to do that.
and then the
Yeah,
cable, or not the cable, the electric company would have to come out with those trees being fallen
yeah,
down,
had
you know,
no power. I wanted to do not that one.
and that sucks. So what'd you do? Get you a cooler and put some ice in there and put like some
Well, we
bologna
have a
and shit?
generator, so
No, well, that's good. Yeah, I forgot. I had him buy one. We needed it for
All
work
the wood goes
anyways,
out into
but
the carport besides
well,
holy
the
our
shit.
well's electric, so we didn't have water, but we're getting a whole
all
home
the
one. But we
sprinkler
didn't have water for, you can't,
Yeah.
every time you
No,
flush the
this is a
toilet,
little
you
bit of
gotta put some water
snow.
in the back. But there's my
That's
poor
a
car. My
lot.
poor car's not used to it. I mean, it's
Someone
just
else was
crazy.
saying they had snow. Who was it?
Like,
Just
look,
the
this
other
poor
day.
tree, whole oak, the whole top of it just came off, broke
I'd
off.
have to pull the barn door down
Fell
on
down. Well, look how thick. You can tell
old
how many inches
bathroom
it is
because he wants
by
to do away with
that
it
how
now.
tall it was on
And then we got to fix the
the
one sometime
fence.
when we're done with Chris's.
Yeah, this is like not the height of it.
Was that a vineyard?
Yes, it's also known
A
as a
vineyard?
vineyard.
I'm into all that too.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. But
I
where
can't do it. Now, did you have flowers or anything trying to come up before you got that snow?
no, thank God, because they call it bud break when the little bud, and if you have bud break before something like that, that would be devastating to the economy. But no,
I
there
heard
was no.
someone the other day, I think it was Hairbank, saying that in South Carolina and other places that they're already getting leaves on their trees.
Yeah, then that tree's dead. So I
Yeah.
mean, personally, we have a lot of, like, I have a whole bunch of like a manzanita and olive like grove thing, and a lot of the manzanitas just broke.
Broke.
So there's a lot of cleanup. We'll be doing some good burn piles this spring.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Well,
lot of
that's
burning.
pretty.
Burn piles are fun though, at least. I mean,
And then just to
yeah.
let you know, some places come and they'll cut the tree down just for the wood.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. And
We've
you can
done that
sell the
before where we're
tree.
like, you take it, because we like in our back, it's hard to get it up. So we're like, we'll cut it and it's there, but you haul it out, you can have it. Like,
Yeah.
you take
Yeah.
it. Like we've had to do that sometimes where we just don't have the equipment to get stuff out. And people, because where I live, it's kind of farmy. There's
Yeah.
farmers around here. So it's like people handshake deals and your word's your bond, and farmers, and
Yeah. Your word,
how
you
it
came
is. That's
into
why,
this
I'm
world.
not used to the YouTube like
Yeah.
cackle stuff that people do.
Well, you come into this world with your name and you leave this world with your name. So the only thing you've got that's worth anything in this damn world is your name.
It's so wild. They
But
make us
like
that.
this other stuff is so, it gets your mind so discombobulated that it's like, oh, it's about to explode.
It is living behind, and oh my gosh, seeing people who can't drive. It's scary when you see people who, I saw,
Stop
oh my
making
gosh.
fun of me.
Did you see Dixie Normus? I can't believe you saw that name. Ladybug has a Bradford pear tree, and it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Is it
Like
inside?
that's the thing. I'm glad we were gonna get a bunch of fruit trees, and I'm glad we didn't, because they probably all would have
Been
died.
dead.
And that's sad. Like, that's you don't think about how expensive plants are. Plants are expensive. Like, you don't
Mhm.
think about that. They're expensive little suckers.
I
But
don't do
I
good
don't
with
know.
flowers. They usually die. It makes me mad.
I
And
have a black thumb.
inside flowers.
I'm tired of people talking about other people's shit. Like, that's the big thing. Like, why people are talking about it, and it not being right. It's one thing if it was right, but when it's not right, that's even the worst. Like, that's even the
Well,
worst. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do.
it's
There's
like my
nothing you can do.
Taco Bell is more expensive and better than your Taco Bell, but it's from
Yeah.
the same franchise.
I bet mine's more expensive. No,
Yeah,
it's like our Costco is probably like, it's just,
they're in
I don't know what people
California.
think they get out of it.
The inflation is even higher in different states.
What do people get out of this? Like what is the point? Like,
They feed
little
off
miss
of it.
little miss glass break your houses. Like, what's your point? Like, what's your point? Like, what are you getting?
She,
Like, this is what I don't get. Like, go get a life somewhere. It's just infuriating to me. It's infuriating to me.
yeah, she's got an issue with everybody.
Yeah,
Believe me,
well,
I had the emails. I had to send them on. I was like, oh my God, this is like
yeah.
overwhelming.
I would do it too. I'd be like, at a certain point, I'd be like, you know what? I can't help you. I've tried to give you advice. I can't. I'm done.
Well, no,
Like,
I
I
never
would try to
wanted
give
to
her
give her
advice here and
advice.
there, and then finally I'd just be like, I'm done. You go on to the next person. Go ask the next person for help.
She
But
was really nothing in my life, but then acted like she's like knows me real well and stuff, and I don't know her like that way at all.
she made a whole video on my hair.
Oh gosh,
Yep.
really?
She's a big cosmetologist. She's a big cosmetology professional.
Wait a minute.
And she
What?
just wanted me to know how much she knows hair. And I needed to go and get mine blended. I shouldn't sleep in them. I needed to get them blended more, but her expertise failed to let her realize that they're permanent. So they don't come out at night. So I do sleep with them because they don't come out. And because they're permanent, sometimes your hair grows at different rates. So that's the problem, not the blending problem. I mean, it's like,
Well, how many
really, girl?
careers does she have? And then wouldn't she work on
0.
her hair?
No, she's like a Googler. I picture her a Googler.
Yeah.
Like, she Googles and then she knows
She
everything
did
about it.
so
And
on
it's like,
me,
if
and I
you
don't even
really
know
knew,
what they're
you would
about.
know that these are permanent. They don't come out. So of course, like,
Yeah.
it was just the most and if you're thinking that much about my hair, if you're thinking more about my hair than I am, you got a problem.
She must have been a cosmetologist back when my sister, I was telling you, my sister, it was horsehair and she got it woven in. Like, it's
Oh
not like
yeah.
that anymore, guys. They don't do it like
Oh
that
yeah.
anymore. That was back in the 90s. Maybe she was a cosmetologist back in the 90s.
I remember her making a comment about that for some reason at some point. I remember a comment like that. But yeah, she said she was like this big expert, and there's all these discussions about, and I was like, because I had made some comment, and I was like, you know what, girl, sometimes I'm running after kids. I run in. I'm sorry if my hair's not perfect all the time. She's like, it's not about being perfect. You should have it, if you had it, blended properly. And it's like,
Are you going
you
to
have to take
insure
them
your
out.
hair now since everybody's talking about it? Like the J-Lo insuring her legs and ass. Like, are you going to insure your hair now?
I am. I'm gonna.
Oh, you better.
I'm gonna see if she's. I'm gonna
Telling you.
start. I have life insurance. Does that matter? Does that make me?
I don't know, but you could get insurance, and then if you go
Should I
mad
insure my hair?
and cut it off, they're gonna have to pay for it.
Well, it's just so stupid. It's like the last thing I care about in the world is Madame Hair. Like I
Yeah.
really don't. Like I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Is she here? She's not here. She's probably using a sock account. I mean, the girl's just a nutbag. She just
Mhm.
talks about everybody. And the sad
Exactly.
thing is she's gonna get dumped at some point, and then she's
Mhm.
really gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Because everyone just lets her hang around for a while, and then eventually someone will throw her out. Have we seen this person's hair? Tingle Boo's, you don't want to see her hair. Tingle Boo's, you've probably seen her hair. She's the one who started the rumor about Ziggy's dog, about the tips.
Mhm.
$50 for a picture with Ziggy's dog.
Can't they
She's
leave
a,
the
she used
dogs
to be,
alone, please?
well, she used to be Three Healers or something.
Mhm. And Empress Nero, which is she was
Empress
smart.
Nero.
It's Emperor
Yeah,
Nero, not Empress Nero.
yep,
It's Emperor Nero.
yep. You're
But
right.
she's
And there's
smarter
something
than I
else.
am.
Yeah, she's a cosmetology expert and doesn't know the difference between clip-in and permanent extensions,
He
though.
actually sent an email demanding my information, my attorney, my all information. I was like, wait a minute, bitch, you're nuts. You are nuts.
Well, she probably should stop because we all know that she's the one who called certain things, so she might want to
Mhm.
stop
Yeah.
before she gets herself in
And
trouble.
the way I see it is that whoever called on who called on me, probably. So,
Well, then you know who called on you.
hmm
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, why, and if you're going to do that, and if people are saying that, it's because they know they're just trying to be kind about it. Why would you poke the bear? It's like, clearly we all know, but we're trying to let you off easy. So why are you poking the bear? Like, do you really want something bad to happen to you? All 3 videos on me. Yeah,
oh, but
have a
it
Miller
don't
Lite.
affect their lives. When it starts to affect their lives, they're like, oh, hell no, it's affecting our lives, my life, in my home now. I've actually heard
Wait,
Miss
what's the
Heidi Tidy
saying?
say that. And it's like, well, like I said, it's been affecting our home and ours and our lives.
Well,
Everybody's right down to our
you know,
subs.
I have kids who knows, like this could be seen or heard somewhere. And I don't want some
Exactly.
friend to see, I saw your mom with a child abuser. You just never know. You just never know
Yeah.
where that stuff goes to. And it's ignorant and it's irresponsible to say and do stuff like that. And to say and do that kind of stuff, you're intentionally doing something that could hurt a child. Like, you're not going to hurt
Exactly.
me. Like, none of this is going to hurt me. Like,
You're
you're
putting
not. It's just
children
not.
out
But
there.
you potentially are hurting. And so to go out there and know that so to do these streams night after night and know that every time you do that, you are potentially, that's ignorant. That's
And putting
bad.
the
That's
child
wrong.
in danger. It really is putting
Yeah.
the child in danger.
You are
Because
potentially
you're putting
harming.
that child out there all over YouTube when the
Yep.
parent hasn't really chose, and some do choose, but that's their right. I would have never brought Gavin on here though, but don't do that. You're putting children out there, so that is exploiting and exposing children.
Yep. Yep.
What part don't you get? But then when it comes back on you, oh no, that's exploiting my child.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Like, you're directly doing something that could, like, I'm doing
He's
everything I can
weaponizing her
to.
child.
The only thing more I could do is just not be here, which I came on here to fight people going, I came on here with a certain, so I'm not going to get off here because I basically got bullied off. Like, that's a failure. Like, I came on here to fight people who do this. I'm not going to get off here because they did it to me. Like,
I've been tried to get bullied off me. I've been told if I don't leave by March, I'm going to be dead. I've been told that I'm going to. Oh, hold on just a second. My granddaughter. And you get to do. I've just been horrendously bullied.
yeah. Well, I clearly need to take things in a new direction. That's all I have to say. So things they'll still stay on the direction they're on, but clearly I need to move some things in a different direction as well. But what was the saying I was saying, Lenny? Something, your ass is mine. Cross that line, your ass is mine. That's my new
Yes,
saying.
you're welcome to you're no longer welcome.
Cross that line.
I hate to make it short. My granddaughter's here, so I might get off here because
I thought I heard a little one.
I know she's trying to show me what she made at school today.
Go
but
show Granny what you made.
she's gonna show Nana what she made. But I'm glad I got to come up here and sorry.
Anytime. Next time we're gonna do the Hulk.
Yeah, I want the Hulk. But I don't know. I want Magic Mike. He's been making me extra. And Matthew. Oh God, Matthew.
I know you
McConaughey.
Is Susan?
I can't wait.
Well, we'll do it.
I don't know. Well, let everybody. I love all you guys, and I love you, Susan. You be strong, baby.
We love you,
and you stay strong too. All right. I love you all. Bye.
Love you too. And see, that's the other thing. Like they all want to say, how dare Tony and I be friends? Because, we had our thing and we weren't. And it's just like, okay, we're adults. And just because you have a tiff and you aren't friends for a moment doesn't mean that you can't become, that's the stupidest. And I keep hearing that, like, how dare, oh, all of a sudden everything's fine and, OG just loves her. We decided, hey, bud, to let bygones be bygones and just let it go and just be done with it. And wow, lo and behold, and that's the thing. Like, you can stop being an asshole at any time point. You can stop being an asshole at any time point. Like, it's not that hard. But they just want to continue down the path that they're on and keep it going. Cross that line. That's my new, one by one into Susan. Ow, God, what did I did something to my ankle the other day. I got to pee really quick. It is called adulting. I got to pee really quick. Everyone is getting on. Well, where is everyone getting on at? Where's everybody getting on at? Where'd my high tush go? Where'd my high tush or whatever? Cross that line. Your ass is mine. Unseen. Are you going to make more videos about me? Are you going to make more videos about me? But it's true. I mean, they keep, I think part of it is almost like this anger that, like, I don't know. I think that there is some sort of feeling of, like, probably 6 a.m. in India, probably. There, like, I've noticed there's some sort of feeling of, like, this group, this side gets away with things. Like, we just get away with things. And like, Tony just got to be taken back into I don't know. There's some weird, like, us, them, something going on. And I've heard them say, like, the popular, like, I really think there's some weird thing going on in their head that, like, it's really like the high school-ish thing. Like, there's, like, the cliques, and it's like, there's the popular clique, and and we're part, and I don't know. I, like, really think that they think that we're some, like, popular pretty clique, and there's some other clique, and we just glide through life and get away with things and don't ever get called out on things, and they suffer the consequences of things and the ramifications, and we're just like, whatever, everything's good, and they're just, you know what I mean? Like, I really get some sense there's something going on, which it's like, and like, oh, Tony, she just apologized and now she's back with, away from them and back with, like, the clique, and and it's like, we're adults, and she came into my chat and was like, hey, sorry, and I was like, hey, it's all good, and everything was fine. Ooh, did you just see that? There was, like, a weird, like, ooh, Susan is overseas at that time. Oh, we're the nerds. See, I like being a nerd. You work it out. It was not, yeah, like, you know what? Honest to God, here's what happened. She came in to my members thing. she became a member, but not to steal my members' content and show it for people publicly for free. She became a member, and she came in and said, "Hey, just wanted to say sorry for talking shit." And I was like, "Hey, just so you know, always liked you, never said anything bad. Like, I don't care, it's all good." And she was like, "All right." And we're like, "All good." And that was that. That was that. Wow. Earth shattering, wasn't that? I mean, wow. We basically said, "You good? You good? We're good." I don't get it. It's one thing to do the dumb little stuff. It's one thing to do the little, like, "Oh, I know she's had this done," like, and do the dumb little stuff. It's another stuff to say. That's another thing. Oh, and if Hitesh, if you're here, love you, Hitesh. Like, that's like a whole nother thing. She sat here and held a picture of me holding my 13-month-old baby. And the contents of it said that I was, and she said, "No, I know." Because I forget if it was you just on, or maybe it was Jersey. It was like, "You don't know what you're reading. That's not like a real email." Like, say, like, she was harassed. And oh no, sometimes we find out that the people we like really like aren't, she's getting called out on what she did. She said for a fact, are you like, that's the stuff that's wrong. And that's the stuff where you should not be able to say that without fact and without proof. Those are the things that need receipts. Those are the things that, as a creator, you shouldn't want to say unless you know that for a fact it's right. I shouldn't want to say, like, I would never want to, like, that's a big thing to say. That's a big thing to say. And I would never want to say something like that without knowing it to be true. I mean, what kind of, as a creator, like, if you really want to, like, if she really says, I want to be a victim's advocate, I want to do this. If you're really serious about doing something, like if you're really serious about being a horse trainer, you should want to learn how to train horses and how to do it, in the right way that the horse won't get hurt or whatever. But you should want to learn to do it the proper way. So if you want to be a victim's advocate, you should be able to understand for certain who are victims, who are not, how to help them not hurt them. Carol Burnett, is that you? Wait, who? Carol Burnett was from that show, right? She had the red hair, but she dressed up as stuff. What was that show? I'm a nerd. I love learning things. I love learning new things. I will go down the rabbit hole and learn stuff new all the time. I love it. But I've been on here for 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna start wrapping it up here because it's a weird day. It's a weird time. And then I'm gonna put up some pictures of the snow stuff because it was crazy. I have some videos too. I have a really cool video that goes like 270 around the property, and it's beautiful. But I just want to say, like, if you want to be something, like, because I heard another person say they wanted to be a victim's advocate and they tried to be one, and now they don't have a channel anymore. But if you want to be an advocate for anybody or anything, it was Mama's Family. If you want to be an advocate for somebody, for anybody, you have to be a victim's advocate for everybody. You have to advocate for everybody, for every drug addict, for every rape victim, not just the ones you like, right? You have to do it for everybody. And you have to know the right way to do it, which will not re victimize people again. Because what happened with me was you took something that was nothing. I mean, does anybody really, like, when I went back and I listened, and I need to listen to it again, but it all started from her. Like, she actually said that. Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, that that's where it started, that she actually said that I had said something to CPS with her daughter or something about something like that. I mean, I have to listen to it again, but something, but she was saying like, my daughter even said that, OG did this. And I was like, no, she's my something. I did something to her and her daughter or something. I don't know. And then so somehow that it all was true or something. I mean, I was shocked. I don't get it. I was shocked, but something like that was the wrongest of the wrong, that I thought to myself, if that's been out here for 6 months, I mean, my God, why has no one told me? But I mean, clearly it wasn't taken very seriously because it's been 6 months and no one's. But I mean, the fact that you would say that about anybody without making sure it was true first just shows how ignorant you are. I mean, you're toying with someone's life. You're toying with someone's livelihood. I mean, imagine if I had a job in the public. I mean, depending on what I did in life, that could seriously ruin someone's career. I mean, it could ruin their relationships. I mean, you could seriously harm someone's future by saying things like that. Depending how you said it and where you said it, you could seriously harm someone for the rest of their life by being ignorant enough to say something like that and put that out there. I mean, it's immature, it's ignorant, it's irresponsible, it's just wrong. It's just so wrong on so many levels to do something like that. I mean, that right there should ban you from ever being able to have any sort of job in any sort of, victims, anything, self-help, get help industry, like for the rest of your life. That should be like an automatic ban for like doing anything with victims for the rest of your life. And if I see it to it, it will. I mean, because it's just so far beyond. Hey, hermit! Like me seeing that, me, like picture to yourself. Picture to yourself. You went through living hell, being told you were infertile, would never get pregnant, would never carry a baby if you did, went through hell, had stillborn and a miscarriage, and then you had 2 live births, went through hell to have these beautiful, beautiful babies, and you see someone holding your 13-month-old. You see that picture of you, which is not a public, it's not on Facebook. It's no, it's nowhere, it's private. You see someone holding a picture of you, having that beautiful moment that you said would never happen, and calling you a child. Meanwhile, all the script around that writing says that as well. Imagine how you would feel if everything you went through and that was what you saw around that moment. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. As another human, as a woman, to do that to another person, let alone another woman, to put that around her, to put that as the narrative around her after she went through that, to demonize that moment of holding that beautiful 13-month-old into that is one of the most vehemently disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. It's foul. It's foul from the depths of hell. It's disgusting. And there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for it. And there's no like, oh, well, I got that. No. You have a responsibility if you're truly going to be an advocate for if you're truly just going to be a human, you have a responsibility to take what you're given and look at it before you put it out there to the rest of the world. You have that responsibility. And to not do it just shows you have no place in the business of handling anybody's stories in any way, shape, or form ever from here to the end of the world. So that's all I have to say. And I mean, luckily, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Luckily, I walk away from it like with no scars. Like it doesn't take a toll on me. Like I look at it and I'm like, I feel sorry for you, because what in the hell happened in your life that makes you so in the head that you could do that and not only not see it, but not apologize? Like that was done how many days ago? Don't see an apology. So it just shows that that's a fucked up human being. It's a fucked up human being. who's had a lot of people fuck him over to be that fucked up. So anyway, I wish in the world that people like that will see the things that they do and find a way to fix themselves, because you got to be pretty messed up inside to do that. So, I mean, obviously she's not having a good time in her life, because to do stuff like this, you got to be pretty fucked up. So anyway, today was a weird day. It's like a weird day today. Like the clouds are weird. It's just a weird day. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I'm going to put on my community all the snow pictures because they're really cool. And I have some comedy stuff coming out. Yay! Some comedy stuff coming out. I'm really excited about it because I want to get done talking about this kind of stuff. So anyway, I just had to put it out there that I'm not a child molester. I love my babies. And anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for coming. And